Hey everybody, this is Enchanted channel coming back right at you. So before I even start this list, this fantastic list, I wanted to invite you to subscribe to my channel. I looked at some of the data points and about 95% of the viewers who view my videos aren't subscribed. So if you enjoy this content, if you enjoy, being here with me, reviewing these fragrances and enjoying life, I'd invite you to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. I'd love that, and I'd love to share more videos with you, so stay tuned for more. Now, I know you see the title, but this is the top 10 woody fragrances, designer fragrances, and this is especially a great list for fall. And fall's right around the corner. Woody fragrances really do it for the fall. They're usually deep. A lot of the times woody fragrances not only smell of wood, they can smell of smoke and amber, and there's going to be some of those in this list. So let's jump straight into it, guys. It's going to be wonderful. So I couldn't do one of these lists, I guess, without giving some honorable mentions. And the first one I have for you is By the Fireplace. By the Fireplace is a very realistic campfire type fragrance. But it has a little bit of a sensual edge, a little bit of sweetness. It has a little bit of iris, which gives it a little bit of like a smooth, flowery feel, just a little bit to it. It's definitely unisex fragrance. It's not particularly masculine for you guys on my channel, but it's certainly lovely and you can certainly pull it off. It's one of those fragrances that you could even share with your significant other. So I highly recommend that fragrance. It's a little bit more on the expensive side, but the quality shines through. So that's By the Fireplace. Now the second fragrance I have for y'all is I think a great substitute, or quite similar to Paco Rabanne's 1 Million Privé, which is a great fragrance for the fall. It too is unisex, even though it's marketed towards men. This is Ralph Lauren Polo's Supreme Leather. Now Supreme Leather does smell like 1 Million Privé. It smells a little bit syrupy, but it's still aromatic and light. It has a little bit of leather, just a little bit of a touch. It has a little bit of that tobacco feel. It really is kind of one of the best designer fall fragrances that has a little bit of everything going on in it. It has a little bit of lightness, but a little bit of depth too, with some honey. It has some character. It kind of jumps around between being a little bit darker and a little bit lighter. I truly love that in this fragrance. It's very mass appealing for a fall fragrance, for a woody fragrance, and that's one reason I simply love it. Again, I don't think this one is talked about a lot. I think its DNA is a little bit different enough to the point where, even though it's going to be very appealing to everyone around you, it's going to be a little bit different. I think you'll stand out a little bit. So that's quite good. That's a lot of the reasons why people get compliments. If it's something unique, if you're approachable and a good personality, and if you're friendly. So that's a little bit of my recommendation about getting compliments. So this third one here is something really special. I know Jeremy Fragrance just talked about this being a James Bond fragrance, and I see where he's coming from. I've mentioned this in my channel. Is one of the best affordable gentleman's fragrances, and it truly is. This is Bentley Intense for Men. Now Bentley Intense has a little bit of that iris lipstick fragrance going on, but it's still, I think, a little bit manly. It has a manly sage note to it. It has a little bit of leather. It smells like almost like a mix between whiskey and cognac. So it's boozy, and it simply has like a luxury vibe to it, something very luxurious. like you know, somebody wearing, you know, a very nice suit and a very luxury, you know, type of hotel might wear. For the money, you can get this at discounters for close to $30, and this certainly smells like great quality, like $100 fragrance. So this one's really one of the best, if not the best, bang for your buck fragrances for a gentleman. I do think it's a little bit more for the more mature man. So if you're 25, maybe 30, and you want something elegant, something you can wear at parties, fancy dinner dates, maybe church, or you know, a religious function, this is going to do really well for you. This is something special. So this is Bentley Intense. Now, for you purists out there, here in the list is something for you masculine men, for you rugged men. It's very realistic and very natural. This is Comme des Garçons. Man, it looks just like this. Now this Comme des Garçons, again, I don't speak French, so forgive me. But this fragrance smells very woody, of course. Realistic woodiness. It almost smells like a mix between oak and not a redwood, but something like a hickory. But so it's a little bit deep. It has a little bit of smokiness to it. Overall, that's mostly what you smell, but there's of course more notes into it. And if you're curious about notes, of course you can jump to fragrance.net or Fragrantica, and the deals are fragrance.net. But Fragrantica has more of those details for you. But simply, this smells rugged. It does smell a little bit dry for fragrance. But as far as pure wood fragrances go, this is, in the designer world especially, this is probably the best one you can get your hands on. So if you're that kind of guy who wants something a little bit more rugged and a little bit more masculine, a little bit of a purist, this one's going to smell really good. And it might make you smell a little bit like you've been working out in the workshop if you're working around sawdust and wood. So if you're the rustic or the the pure outdoorsman, maybe the lumberjack, this is the one for you guys. So here we're going to jump to one that's a little bit more delicate, that's a little bit more, I wouldn't say feminine at all, but certainly a little bit more playful. This is Ambre by Baldassari, and it looks just like this, guys. This fragrance is a hidden gem. It was mentioned here and there a little bit in some reviews past. This fragrance is simply lovely, guys. It smells a little bit floral. It smells smooth, certainly smooth. It smells not only a little bit woody, but it has amber, of course, because it's called ambre. Amber and woods is a classic combination, guys, and this one pulls it off very smoothly. It smells very quality for the money. I would say that this is one of the lighter fragrances for a woody fragrance, or even an amber fragrance. So this one would be perfect for office wear, where you want something in the fall that's non-offensive. It certainly still has character to it, but it's not as mainstream or as some of those that have kind of the sweet tobacco woods kind of DNA. But nothing's wrong with those, of course. In this list, I do not have Dolce & Gabbana the One, but that one's a top seller, and it's certainly a great fragrance. If you're looking for one that's probably the most accessible and the most mass appealing, the one you might get the most compliments on, if you're outside the big cities or around people who don't know fragrances, that one might be the one to go for. But this one is light, and it's a little bit playful. It's not offensive. Yeah, I think it's one of the best woody fragrances for everyday wear or casual wear. So I think this is one that is a hidden gem. It's flying under people's radars. So give it a try. Let me know what you think of it. I would definitely recommend that one. I'm going to jump to another hidden gem, guys. I hope you're enjoying these. These are fragrances that sometimes aren't mentioned, but they're high quality for the money. Like Bentley Intense, that one gets more attention. This one, I think it's discontinued, but prices out there are still reasonable. If you're willing to look out there and find it, this is D Squared's Potion. Now this one too has a little bit of that irisy vibe, but the vibe is a little bit different. It certainly is unisex. It's another fragrance that you could share with your significant other. But this one is simply lovely and unbelievable, guys. This one is just like By the Fireplace, where it's comforting. It can be nostalgic for you. This one has a little bit of a waxy feel. It has a little bit of spice. It has woods. It's beautifully smooth. It has a little bit of a feel maybe of incense. You gotta smell it to believe it, guys. This is one of the best designer fragrances that I've ever smelled. This is one that's special, and I'm willing to say is niche quality, just like the Bentley Intense. This one has a quality amber in it. It's light and it's playful. It's not too loud, but it has a good amount of sillage, and the longevity is not bad either. So, and this one has a little bit of sweetness to it as well. So, I truly think that this is one of the best designer fragrances that you can buy. So that's D Squared's Potion. Now guys, we're going to jump to one that's a little bit more brash. It's a little bit more loud. So I know some of y'all guys like to get that attention that way. Nothing's wrong with that. Sometimes it's fun. This is Terry Mugler's Pure Malt. Now Pure Malt has a little bit of that tobacco and that woods, but it's more complex and smoothed out with a good amount of a resinous feel and a good amount of sweetness. So if you're a guy who the sweet fragrances don't scare you and you want a fall fragrance, this one's beautiful. This one is a good bit more dense or full than the 1 Million Privé. This is almost like 1 Million without the spice and without the rose, and is more refined. But again, nothing is wrong with 1 Million. You could certainly go for that if you're looking to go to a party or a night out or a bonfire kind of event during the fall. But this one, I think, has a little bit more of a luxury feel. I think it smells a little bit more elegant. I think it is better for, somebody who's out of college or maybe out of high school. So Pure Malt is certainly, I think, going to stand the test of time, and I think it's going to be something special that people are going to know and wear for a very long time, and with good reason. It's beautiful. Beautiful juice. So this is Pure Malt. Now these fragrances are kind of paired together, guys. This is Ferrari Umo and Tom Ford Pour Homme Extreme. Now why do I pair them together? They're both kind of clones or variations of Dior Fahrenheit, with the violet, with the woods, with that really masculine accord. Now Tom Ford Extreme is certainly more expensive. It's certainly akin to a niche fragrance where the quality is amazing, the smell is amazing. Tom Ford manages to make their fragrances very seductive, yet they still have some lightness to them, where they can be worn casually, or they'll still be you'll still smell elegant and special, but they can be pulled off a little bit more in everyday situations. So I can't recommend it enough. It's truly special. If you love Dior Fahrenheit, but you wanted something a little bit less rugged, if you thought the gasoline or the petrol smell was a little bit too much, or maybe you're just an elegant man and you want something a little bit more luxurious, this one is certainly going to do it for you. The Ferrari Umo is for the younger man. It certainly has that DNA. It certainly has a very refined quality to it, but this one's much more playful. And again, I recommend this one for younger men because this one is much more affordable. This one you can get below $20, believe it or not. It's one that has gone under people's radars, one that people have not talked about, one that is a hidden gem, and the prices are ridiculously low right now. So, guys, this one's unbelievable for the money. It certainly doesn't stand up to the quality of maybe the D Squared Potion or the Bentley Intense, but doggone it, it gets close. And for the money, this one's a steal too. So that's Ferrari Umo, and it certainly has that refined petroleum, woody smell, and a little bit of amber tucked in there too. So those are some of my most beloved fragrances. And I guess just a quick mention, if any of y'all know Tom Ford personally, or know a little bit of his history, please let me know, get in contact with somebody, or let me know. I bought this bottle from a wholesaler who, you know, goes through, you know, people's vintage stuff, estate sales. And this one does not have the gold band. It has a little bit of a Tom Ford badge right there. It has a large number 2 that's protruding from the bottom. But I know that has nothing to do with the review. But let me know, because I'm curious to know if this is a special early release. So, if y'all have had the patience with me here, I have my most beloved fall fragrance for you guys. This is my favorite. This one is going to get its own review. This is one of the ones I mentioned in my fall list, is the one that I was going to make a review of it. This is Encre Noir a la Extreme by Lalique. Now this fragrance is unbelievable, guys. This is almost like Dolce & Gabbana the One, where it just has that mass appealing vibe to it with tobacco and sweetness and woods, where it's very well blended. But this one has much deeper woods, it's much darker. It has quite a lot of booziness with rum. Some people say they get an inky note. It does have a little bit of a vibe like that. But it's unbelievable, guys. The quality is there, niche-like quality. And this fragrance can be found for about $35. This is my most beloved designer fall fragrance. I treasure this. It has much more of a masculine vibe, or a masculine kind of twist on that modern, you know, sweet tobacco woods DNA. So, and it has that character of that booziness. I guess I can't speak enough good about this fragrance. It has a character and a depth to it. This one projects very well. The sillage is unbelievable, and it lasts quite a long time. So, spectacular juice, spectacular quality, a hidden gem in the fragrance world, something certainly that could be special to you. Again, for the average guy, for the average young man watching this video, 1 Million is a party fragrance. It's great. It's going to do the job for you. If you want to stand out a little bit, I think Pure Malt might be a little bit different. That it'll help you stand out. And Ferrari Umo, for the money too, is spectacular. For the gentleman, the more established man, Bentley Intense. Oh my goodness, guys. The quality, the luxury, the smoothness. Again, for the man who wants something realistic, a very natural wood-smelling fragrance that's not extremely expensive. The Comme des Garçons. And again, I guess I could go over these fragrances a little bit more, but I don't know if y'all would enjoy that. But I hope you've enjoyed this fall fragrance list with me. It's essentially a fall list, but it's the woody fragrance list. I truly believe that these are some of the best woody fragrances in the designer world that you can get your hands on. I certainly hope that you find one that you can put in your own collection, that you will personally enjoy, that fits your personality. I hope that one of these has sounded particularly good to you, and that you will you know, find one that fits your collection, fits you, helps you enjoy life a little bit more and stand out. Again, how you get those compliments, I think, is by having good hygiene. I think you need to be friendly and approachable. I think you need to articulate yourself well and speak well, and just be a friendly guy. You know, show those pearly whites, smile a little bit, just a good guy. But I think that's how you get the compliments, and you have to be very charismatic too. So that certainly helps. So again, I hope you've enjoyed this list. If you have, again, please like, please subscribe, please hit the notification bell, even share it with some of your friends. I would truly enjoy that and appreciate it. And I'm trying to improve my fragrance game just for you guys. So this is what this list is all about. I'm here for you guys at the Enchanted channel. So this has been a fun fragrance review. I hope it gets spread. I hope this does a lot of good. So until next time, guys, this has been the Enchanted channel. Part people, part fragrance. You know how it goes. We'll see ya.